We'll be starting shortly. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for joining us. If you can hear me okay, if someone wouldn't mind in the live chat just letting me know the audio is working properly, that would be great. I would appreciate that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the live chat, and I'll do my best to answer them as I go. So today we're going to be talking about corporate matching. Corporate matching is our new feature that we launched a few weeks ago. And the way it works is the parent, when they register, enters their employer name. We have compiled a database of companies and have matching information for each company. So when they type it in, we match up their company with someone in our database, and we'll get to the details in a little bit. And then FutureFund will automatically send emails asking the purchaser to participate in the corporate matching program. Ultimately, it's up to the parent or guardian who made the purchase to submit the information to their employer for matching, but we will try and make that process as easy as possible for them. And we also provide a way for administrators to update the records on the back end when you receive funds or if they've been denied. So to enable corporate matching, in the admin, you navigate to store and then setup. In the advanced section, we've added a line item that says enable corporate matching support. This is in beta, and towards the end of the presentation, I'll talk a little bit more about that. But the system will not be in use at all unless this option is enabled. We will still collect the information from the parent, so you can always turn this on later. So the nice thing about our corporate matching is it is retroactive. So once you turn it on, everyone who registered their information will be able to participate. It's not just when the option has been enabled. So during registration, and this has been there for some time, but during registration, the parent or guardian has the option to enter their employer information, which you can see here on the bottom. In this example, for Elizabeth Grace, we entered FutureFund. And then our system matches that to our employer database, and it does it a few ways. So one is by company name. So if you type in an exact match, we'll go ahead and match that. We also have a variety of aliases. So for example, Google may be the company, but they also have Alphabet, Waymo, a few others. If they don't provide the employer name, we also look by email domain. So if someone happened to be coming from a .google.com address, we will automatically associate them with Google. So this is an example of the database we have. So we have an entry like this for a variety of companies. We understand, we searched and found the information needed to decide if they supported matching donations. If so, was it education related? Is there contact information? Can we submit online, etc.? And as an administrator, you can review the parents' or guardians' employer information as well. So in the registration section under students, when you see when you're viewing a student record and go down to the parents, you'll see the information here. So you can see the Elizabeth entered FutureFund as the employer name, and we matched it to FutureFund Technology LLC, which is the actual organization name. So the match method here is we based it on a similar employer name. If we had not included that based on the email address, it would have been matched based on the email domain that they have. So the way the workflow works is one day after, that one day is not one day, but a single day, 24 hours after the order is placed, a welcome email about the corporate matching program is sent to the purchaser. And we'll see an example of that in a little bit. 5 days after that, a reminder email is sent if we have not received any information on their submission. Once payment is received, the system will automatically send a thank you email letting them know you received payment. And admins throughout this time can update the workflow as either being paid or rejected along the way. So this is what the welcome email looks like. So in this version, the emails are not customizable just yet, but that is a future enhancement we're planning on making. So one day after the order is placed, the parent will receive an email. So for each fund that has a tax-deductible purchase, we list the fund information, the tax ID, purchase date, as well as the tax-deductible amount. Not the entire amount, just a part that's tax-deductible. If we have a match on the employer, we will list that information here. We can say the contact information for them to follow up with, as well as we include a PDF attachment for their order. So they should have all the information they need to visit this link and enter the information to get the matching funds. The reminder email is virtually identical with just a few small changes, mainly in the first paragraph as well as the subject line changes. This, as I said, gets sent 5 days after the initial email, but much of the information is still the same. Since these are technically not transactional emails, they are marketing emails, the parents have the option to unsubscribe by clicking on the click here link to unsubscribe on the bottom. Once they do that, we will not be able to send them emails soliciting this type of information. And then finally, the thank you email. So when a payment is received in the admin, when someone records that, the parent or guardian will receive this email letting them know that we've received it and thanking them for that. Now you can also check the status of the matching for any order. So in the store order section, if you look up any order, we've added a new section that says corporate matching. And you'll see that, for example, for this person, they're matched to Workday and that they have one fund PTA that we received the funds. The amount eligible is how much we believe we can receive. That's the tax deductible amount. And then the amount received is how much was actually received. So when you receive a check from Workday to match the funds, you would hit the update button and mark it as paid and enter the dollar amount. Now, when you enter all this information, it keeps the records up to date. So we have a new report, which is a corporate matching summary report, which is shown here. And this report will show by employer how many requests are pending, how many have been submitted, paid, rejected, etc., as well as how much has been collected. Now, we don't automatically update the campaigns that the money is associated with because schools have different policies based on where they allocate the money from corporate matching. So we leave it up to each individual site to determine where that money should be allocated. So here are some of the nitty-gritty details, and we will be providing a support article with all this information included. So don't worry if you miss anything, and we'll be sending that out by email tomorrow. So number one is a school session must have corporate matching feature enabled. We went over that in the admin store setup. Orders placed prior to enabling the corporate matching feature will be included. So you're not missing anything if it's off right now and if you already started registration. You can do it 2 months from now, whenever you feel you're ready. Once you click that enabled button, the next day, they will start receiving the emails and the reminders and everything else. The order must contain at least one tax-deductible donation to participate. The purchaser will receive the email. If they have other parents on there, they will be included, but they will not necessarily participate. So we do not share the purchase information with anyone other than the purchaser. They must supply their employer's name during registration, or we can look them up by email domain. If the employer is in our database, they must have a corporate matching program. So what we do is during registration, we have a tool that will go in and aggregate and sort so we can prioritize which ones we need to look at, and we will go through and continually update our matching program. If you happen to find a company that is included in that has incorrect information, let support know and we'll be sure to update that information. But we do have a crowdsourced tool that we use that every quarter will look at all the companies that are in our database to ensure that they are have accurate information. If the employer is not in our database, they're automatically included. So we're not going to exclude somebody because we haven't seen them before. So if you enter it in, we won't include the information on how to contact them, but we say your employer may have a corporate matching program. So they can still follow up with them through there. So they'll still receive the emails. The only people who do not receive the emails are ones who do not have a tax-deductible donation and ones whom we know do not support corporate matching. This only applies to orders placed during registration. So store orders are not included in the current version. We're looking to extend it to store orders in the future. Installment, if you have an installment plan, it must be paid in full for all funds before the emails will be sent. So we will not let them know about the corporate matching until their account is fully paid. And then the receipt of funds are tracked separately. So we don't attribute to the campaigns, but the administrator can put them in and then allocate them any way they see fit afterwards. So just in talking to a few people, the emails that we send out are very helpful, but there's a lot more that needs to be done to educate the parents about the corporate matching program. So, we strongly encourage everyone to mention it in your newsletters that you may be sending out. Use social media, Facebook posts, etc., to get the word out. Talk about how much money you receive from the matching program and let them know how important it is and those extra dollars that can come in. So this is a beta program. As promised, I was going to talk about the fact that it is beta. So you must opt into the program. We're not going to put anybody in there without their okay. So this is only if you want to use it. When we say beta, we mean it is production ready. Like it has been tested. It does work. However, some aspects of the program may change as we get feedback. So we really do want feedback. So if you are going to be using this, we want everybody to give a pinky promise that they will provide feedback to us on how to make it better, what features you need, what features you don't need, etc. So it being in beta, there may be some reporting changes. We may move navigation, a few things there just to get it just right. And if you enable it, we will start sending the email communications starting on Monday. So if you were to click it on today, you wouldn't necessarily get the emails going out tomorrow. But Monday, August 7th, we want to give everybody just a chance. If you had accidentally turned it on, you make sure you turn it off before you get all the information that you need. And again, if you have any feedback at all, good, bad, or otherwise, please let our support team know. That being said, best way to reach support is support@futurefundtech.com. If you need any help, if you have feedback, if you just like the product and want to say hi, we'll take that as well. And lastly, I'll open it up to any questions. So if you have any questions, you can just shoot them in the live chat, and hopefully we will get those. There's a little bit of a lag of about 15 seconds between when I say something and see something online. So if you have, I'll stay on for a couple minutes. If you don't have any questions, or if you want to ask them privately, feel free to shoot an email to support, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So we have one question that says, how can I look at the matching information from the store order? So when you are, so in the admin, if you navigate to store and then orders, and you're looking at the order, if they are in the matching program, there will be a new section that was added. I'm going to pull it up briefly. And it'll look something like this. So you'll have a corporate matching section that will be there to show you the information. If they are not in the matching program, the section is not presented to you. Okay, so there's another question about how to run a report of people who have listed their companies. We did this last year. And so, yeah, so if you want to run your own corporate matching program, you can do that as well. So if you go into the reports, if you navigate to the store, then the reports, you will see the corporate matching summary. If you click on that, on the right side, there are two links, two CSV links, one for the summary, one for the detail. If you download the detail, that's the same report we had last year. We didn't make any changes to it. So all that information, the parents' information, their employer order information, everything is included in there. I suspect the chat is not working properly, but if you have any questions, feel free to email, and we had a few questions come in by email. Okay, well, if there's no other questions, then we will wrap up this webinar. We will be sending out a survey. So if we would like to get your feedback on this format and see if it worked, what didn't work. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to hit us up at support. and we'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. And we have our next webinar will be, I believe, on Tuesday, going over how to use the online directory. So you should be able to see that. Oh, actually, we have a couple more. Yes. So a question came in. So if you just turn on the matching program, it means the emails will be sent out to families regarding their employer matching programs on August 7th. That is correct. So on August 7th, the emails will go out, and if you're not seeing data in the matching program report, you will see it after the 7th. So once the 7th passes, then all that information will be populated there for you. Yeah, so if you turn off, so another question came in is if you turn off the corporate matching, you will still gather, you will still gather the matching information, the company information. So we collect the employer information regardless of any setting. So we always have that, so you can always turn this on later if you want to, or run your own program. We strongly encourage everyone to participate in corporate matching. You don't have to use us. You can use any method you see fit. But when you turn off corporate matching, it will not disable the collection or the detailed reporting that I talked about earlier. It will always be there. Okay, I think that might be the last question. So, oh, here we go. I just got information that you need to create a YouTube, users need to create a YouTube channel in order to chat. Okay, well, we will, thank you, Susan, for that. We will try and figure out an easier way where people don't have to do that to chat going forward. Okay, well, thank you very much. Again, if you have any feedback, please let us know. And that will end this session for today. See you on Tuesday.